Hello, my name is Amber and I'm the owner of Curl Sweet Natural Hair Salon, and I wanted to make a video today about the mindset and philosophy that you can bring to your practice of natural hair, and just things that I feel like if you understand this concept, it will make the journey easier. And also it will make it more interesting, more enjoyable, because different things that you'll run into. And it's like, if you go down your journey of natural hair with your eyes open, you get a completely different experience than if you go down your natural hair journey with the same mindset that it's like that society tried to place on top of you, right? That mindset is not the full story. And so the way that I want you to think about it is that you have control over whether or not you get to the goal of healthy hair. And that's based on the way that you treat your hair and the steps that you take. It's like whether or not you respond to what your hair is telling you, right? The way that I think about it is that the hair is constantly communicating. Everything in nature is constantly communicating. Your entire body is constantly communicating to you. Sometimes you will listen, and sometimes you will notice, and sometimes you won't. But if you do listen and you do notice, then you can respond to what the hair is asking from you. You can respond to what your body is asking from you. And the more that that happens, it's a frequency. The more that that happens, the more that you respond positively to what your hair is asking from you. So like, you have to stop thinking of your natural hair as bad. This is a mentality shift that it just has to happen at some point if you're going to get the results that you really want to get with any part of your natural hair journey. So that's if you want to have locks, if you want to have waist length hair, if you want to have just healthier hair all around in general, you have to stop thinking of what you have as something that needs to be fixed, something that's bad. And the reason for this is not just because it's like, oh, be nice to yourself, you know, all of those things. It's not just like a nice like band-aid that you put on top of it, or just a positive mindset. It's not that. It's because if you think of your hair as bad, you won't do the things that it needs you to do in order for it to show up as what you would think of as good, right? Because good and bad are just like, it's like they're just thought processes that we have. They're not, nothing is inherently good or inherently bad. Like there's no curl pattern that is like the right curl pattern to have, or like there's no density, you know, like some people will say like, oh, my hair is thin and so it's bad. And it's like that doesn't exist. It's not true at all. It's all relative, because whatever you have is whatever you have. And the whole process, like the whole point of beauty and just nature in general, is the fact that you were given a certain set of circumstances, right? And it's like everything has infinite variables, and that's what we are trying to realize, and that's what we are trying to work with whenever we do natural hair. We don't take whatever is present and move it to whatever we want. We don't do that. We look at whatever is present, you know, the variables that are being given, and then we try to cultivate them. We try to bring out the best version of what it is that we specifically have. So example of that, if you have thin hair, right, and you have a type 3 curl pattern, right? These are all just relative terms. All of the terms that we use are just for us to see where you fit on a certain scale, right? So like, for instance, there are certain products that work better on one side of the scale and some products that work better on the other side of the scale based on the way that they're formulated, right? So if you have, you know, thin type 3 hair, right, that is not better than someone that has thick type 4 hair, right? It's just a difference, right? The type of styles that are going to look best and that are going to work the best on one type of hair and another type of hair they're going to be different, right? And that's where we get the variety of life from. And if you constantly have this mindset or this thought that you know, the hair that you have is bad, or like if you're a parent and you see that your child's hair is different than, you know, maybe another child's hair, or maybe different than your hair, if you keep it in your mind that that child's hair is bad, you will not recognize what is needed, what you need to do for that hair, right? You will not recognize when something is going wrong, and therefore you will not do the things that are needed to make it go right, right? Because if you have this paradigm, if you have this thought process, everything will look like something that's going wrong, instead of seeing like, okay, this is what it means to have a good hair day or to reach my goal, and this is what it means whenever I'm going outside of my goal. It's like the products won't make sense to you, the routine won't make sense to you, like all of the steps that you need to take, they will be kind of like scrambled and out of order in your mind. Almost think of it like this also, that it's like, what would you do with something that is bad? You would start to diminish it, right? Something bad is something that is unwanted, right? And you try to change it from something that's unwanted into something that is wanted. But this is just a mindset shift. It's just a mentality, right? So instead of seeing it as this is what it is, it's just a set of variables that I can have one result or another with, you know, just based on my own goals, based on the processes that I use for it, then you'll be able to access what you need to access. I want to thank you for being here, for listening to my video, and if you have any questions, please definitely send them in. I would love to answer your questions and just to talk more about, you know, all of these things, but from the perspective of nature, natural beauty, health practices, all of those things, and just kind of have that conversation as much as possible. Thank you.